This week in space startup news. First up is VAST, a commercial space station startup which is gearing up for the launch of Haven-1, the first orbiting commercial station, in 2025. Next, we take a look at a new video from Outpost, a company with plans to deorbit 20-foot shipping containers from space. A third segment covers AstroForge, an asteroid mining company, and their upcoming launch of their second satellite later this year. Finally, we'll discuss Japan's iSpace, which is set to launch a tiny European-built Lunar rover later this year. Let's get started. VAST has announced they have signed agreements with Redwire and Yuri to be the lab partners in their Haven-1 lab, due to launch into space in 2025. This lab will be the world's first microgravity research, development and manufacturing platform aboard a commercial space station. The Haven-1 lab aims to become a central hub for companies, governments and other entities to collaborate on space research and in-space manufacturing. It will offer onboard facilities for various fields, including healthcare, pharmaceuticals, advanced material manufacturing, biotechnology and scientific experiments. The lab features 10 payload slots, each about the size of a microwave, with a payload capacity of up to 30 kilos, that's 66 pounds. Each slot provides 100 watts of continuous power and an Ethernet data connection. The payloads will be operated by the astronaut crew on Haven-1 and controlled by ground operators via high-speed, low-latency Starlink laser links. Partners will have the opportunity to return products and samples from space using a SpaceX Dragon spacecraft. Redwire, a leader in microgravity research and development technologies, specializes in space biotechnology and pharmaceutical development, making them a key partner in this venture. Redwire is excited to be a key payload partner for VAST Haven-1 lab as we continue to accelerate momentum in creating a new and dynamic economy in low Earth orbit. Haven-1 is the first private sector platform that Redwire hardware will launch with, extending the legacy of the International Space Station into a new era of commercial platforms, said Mike Gold, Chief Growth Officer at Redwire. Yuri, VAST's second payload partner, is known for its efforts in leveraging microgravity to develop groundbreaking biotech products, cures and medical solutions. As a European partner, we see a tremendous opportunity to significantly increase European usage of low Earth orbit, particularly with Haven-1, due to its simplified access to microgravity for non-US stakeholders. Haven-1 is set to be the first post-International Space Station scenario, and the entire world stands to benefit. VAST is pursuing payload partnerships in a number of other industries, such as semiconductor and advanced material manufacturing, edge computing and machine learning. Next up, a company you may be familiar with from our previous news videos, Outpost, a space startup focused on returning cargo from space, recently released a new video showcasing their re-entry technology. The video features a SpaceX Starship releasing the Carryall vehicle from Outpost, equipped with a heat shield designed to withstand the intense plasma generated during re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. The Carryall vehicle reorientates itself for a re-entry trajectory and begins its descent. We then see the heat shield doing its work. It uses radiative cooling to protect the payload behind it. In addition to keeping the all-important payload cool, the large size of the heat shield also helps slow down the vehicle to subsonic speeds. At an altitude of 30 kilometers, a drogue chute is deployed to further slow and stabilize the vehicle. The heat shield is then closed. Around 20 kilometers, the drogue chute is released, and shortly after, a large robotic paraglider wing is deployed. This wing greatly slows the descent of the Carryall vehicle, allowing it to land gently on the ground. The paraglider is equipped with GPS sensors that enable it to guide the Carryall container to a precise landing, with Outpost claiming they can achieve landing pad precision. In a test using the paraglider wing at 20 kilometers, they achieved a 5-meter precision landing, 180 kilometers downrange despite challenging wind conditions. This video was posted on X, formerly Twitter. One commentator asked if a dedicated Starship launch is necessary. Outpost clarified that Carryall fits into a Falcon 9 fairing. The Carryall vehicle is scheduled for its first flight in 2027, with a smaller Ferryall mission planned for 2026. Next, we'll explore an asteroid mining startup that we haven't covered on this channel before. AstroForge has the stated mission of making space resources accessible on Earth. They plan to achieve this by mining asteroids for valuable minerals. They hope to be the first space startup company to operate a deep space flight spacecraft. Their first satellite, Haven-1, was launched on a Falcon 9 in April 2023. It included a refinery demo designed to refine platinum from asteroid simulant, but due to technical and operational issues it did not succeed. Despite the setbacks, the team learned valuable lessons from the experience. For their second mission, AstroForge plans to send a satellite named Odin to deep space. Odin will perform a flyby of an asteroid target and capture high-resolution images of its surface. Achieving any of these goals would be groundbreaking for a small commercial startup. In April 2024, the company decided to design and build Odin entirely in-house after a vibration test failure from a third-party vendor. This approach ensures that all components meet the rigorous standards required for spaceflight. However, the timeline is extremely tight. The team has just 212 days from the decision in April to complete the spacecraft before its scheduled launch. This timeframe is half the duration of their first mission, which involved a simpler vehicle not intended for deep space exploration. Designing, building, testing, and validating all components for a 100-kilo spacecraft capable of deep space travel is an incredibly challenging task. AstroForge must also secure licensing and certification from Range Safety, SpaceX, the launch provider, and the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission. We wish them the best of luck with their new spacecraft Odin and hope they can complete assembly and testing in time for their scheduled launch in late 2024 on Intuitive Mission's IM-2 mission to the Moon. We plan to provide a more in-depth coverage of AstroForge in a future dedicated video. And lastly, another Japanese startup is also making its way to the Moon. Japan's iSpace is set to launch a small European-built lunar rover called Tenacious on its second lunar lander mission later this year. The mission will be launched on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from Florida's Space Coast. This will be iSpace's second attempt at a lunar landing. Their first mission in April 2023 ended in a crash landing due to a guidance system miscalculating the distance from the lunar surface, leading to a hard landing. Tenacious, weighing about 11 pounds, that's 5 kilos, is designed to explore the lunar surface using a high-definition camera. It will communicate with and receive commands from Earth via the lander. The compact rover measures just 10 by 12 by 21 inches. That's 26 by 31 by 54 centimeters. The mission's lunar lander, named Resilience, will also carry commercial and scientific equipment to the Moon. Tenacious was developed by iSpace Europe with funding from the Luxembourg Space Agency through an ESA contract. We wish iSpace success with their second lunar landing attempt, which is anticipated in the fourth quarter of 2024. We will provide updates on this launch and landing as they happen. That's it for this week. We'll be sure to keep you covered with this and other space startup developments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to catch our upcoming videos. We release new content every week, focusing on the lesser known space startups that often don't get the spotlight on other channels or platforms. We'll see you soon.